How's it going, guys? We are back. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Get some more epic shiny DLC Pokemon to give away today. And I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We did get a couple of donations actually before the stream started, so a big shout out to the following folks. Kilson, who donated, as well as John Artist. Spaghetti Sauce donated yesterday, as well as Nimblock, so thank you to you two as well for donating prior to the stream for a custom shiny Pokemon, much appreciated. And I did just get both of your messages on Discord as well, so Gilson, I got you confirmed. But guys, hope you guys are ready for this giveaway. Let me just get myself settled here. Gotta go set out the message on Discord, the Discord folks. And we're going to go ahead and get things kicked off here in just a second. If you guys are unfamiliar, if you haven't tuned into the stream in a while, we do have some new rules. Check the description. They should be pretty straightforward. The biggest change that we have is the fact that we will no longer be verifying folks. We will no longer be taking double duplicate OTs per box. So if you have the same exact original trainer name as somebody else, you'll just have to wait till the next box to test your luck, because I'm just gonna log individual original trainer names, and it just goes a lot smoother. It's a lot more efficient that way too. So guys, real quick, let's just go over the Pokemon we have here. Another new thing that we've been doing is we've been giving away Pokemon with their competitive held items. This is deeming these Pokemon truly competitive battle ready. These Pokemon, you don't need to decide what item you need to put on them. They have their competitive items on them. You can literally take them and put it on any competitive team, and you'll be good to go. That being said, we do have Choice Specs Zoroark, we've got Life Orb Dusk, Lycanroc. Sabrina, thank you for the $8 donation. As always, just let me know on Discord what you would like. All the details in the description. We've got Rocky Helmet Skarmory. We've got Galarian Slowbro. Really like the creamy look on this guy. I really do like the look. It's holding leftovers. We got Damp Rock Politoed. Back in Gen 4 when I first got into competitive, Politoed was the go-to Pokemon to set up rain. This thing did some serious work. And last but not least, we got Choice Scarf Crocodile. As always, guys, we've got 2 boxes of these Pokemon to give away for you folks. On top of that, we've got a third box, which is filled with shiny eggs. Let me get out of this view. We got a third box, which is filled with shiny eggs, and we will only give away this box if we hit our like goal at the bottom left. If you guys look at that, 150 likes, we'll give away this third box of shiny eggs. So if you guys have not liked the video yet, make sure you like the video. Again, like goal is 150 likes. I haven't been streaming the past couple of days because I told you guys in my last stream, which was on Wednesday, I've been busy with work and stuff. So, which is why the streams have been not as frequent as they normally are. But as always, guys, the code is at the top left. Best of luck, everybody. Names will be logged, no double dipping. You're limited to just 1 per box. But here we go. We're just going to toss up the first code right away. It is 2:59 here on the East Coast in the US, but we're just gonna jump right into it. Guys, we're already at 70 likes, 71 likes, 60 current plus viewers. So if you guys have not liked the video, again, make sure you like so we can unlock shiny eggs. But other than that, good luck, guys. Here we go. As always, guys, you can donate for these Pokemon as well. That's always an option. Check the description. You can donate $4 for any one of these Pokemon, $8 for 2, $12 for 3, etc. You guys get the idea. Check the description for all the details and the donation link. Or you can type in !donate to pull up the donation link. Cavo first winner. Again, without the need to actually verify people in the chat, it just makes the trade so much more quick and the stream so much smoother. All I'm going to do is log the names of OTs, so just make sure if you have the same exact OT of somebody that already won. Again, you might not be able to keep track of that if you come into the middle of the stream, but again, if you have the same exact OT as somebody that already won in the box, you'll just have to wait for the next box. But, anyways, guys, let me go ahead and take some time to welcome you folks into this stream here. There's no verifying anymore? Yeah, Kasuke, check the description out. Yeah, we made some rule changes. We've actually got some concrete rules now. I don't know when the last time you tuned in was, but I think those rules started, like, I think either last Sunday or last Monday. One of those 2 days. I don't really remember per se, but, I think we started the rule of, it just makes the stream and the trades go by so much smoother and so much quicker. Literally all I'm doing is I'm just logging in OTs right now. And we will no longer be trading with duplicate OTs per box. So if somebody has the exact same name as somebody else, I'll just have to back out because they'll just have to wait at the same box just because, you know, we're not verifying folks anymore, just because it just takes too long, you know what I mean? Like every time, like there's literally 30 Pokemon in a box, and every time you're waiting for somebody to type in the chat, it just delays the process so much more so than is actually necessary. So yeah, we've done away with that. We got some actual like some rules in the description. So if you guys are unfamiliar with those, definitely take a look. Take some time to read the description. It would behoove you to understand what the rules are. Man, I love the Alolan version of Executor. I also love how this thing just randomly gets a Dragon type too when it in its Alolan form. So I did not see that coming. But yeah, I'll definitely have to do a giveaway of that Pokemon too. I plan on knocking out all of the most of the, if not all of the fan favorites of the new Isle of Armor DLC mods. I'm working on it right now, so I've been slowly picking away at each and every Pokemon that I deem to be worthy to be giveawayable, if that makes sense. But let me go ahead and take some time to welcome you folks into the stream. We've been streaming for about 7 minutes, 66 current viewers on the stream, 76 likes on the stream. Again, 150 likes is a goal for Shiny Eggs. Let me go ahead and take some time to welcome you folks in to the stream here. So we got Kevo G, Ultimate Huntsman, Phantom, we got Mr. Slick 2000. What else we got? We got Tarun TJ. Sabrina, I just got your message on Discord for Zoroark and Lycanroc. So thank you for the donation, much appreciated. I got you confirmed there. So we got Parasol Harrison, Mira Hasiba, Hussein, Sabrina Lillian Benson, Captain Mello, Green Diamond, Logan Storm, Victor Herrera. We got more folks, I'm sure. But I just have to type in this code real quick. And we also have a cute Indoraptor, Victor, Diego, John Ordis, what's going on? Hussein, CC Bags, Pokemaster Beyblade, I see Eevee, Girl Player, Kensuke, Guilo is next. Alright. What is Lycanroc's moveset? I'll tell you after this trade. Alright. I'll have to look at it after this trade. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But it's a Life Orb set. I think it's got Sword Stance on it. What would you say is the best Pokemon competitive-wise? Oh yeah, I still gotta rank these in order of competitive viability. These are honestly all solid. But if I would have to like pick these for a team, as far as their moldability and as far as their contribution to teams and the competitive viability, they're all great, but let me take some time to actually think this through in ranking these. And Galarian Slowbro is relatively new, so this thing still needs to be tested in the competitive meta to actually see how viable it actually is. It no longer has Water type, by the way. It's Psychic Poison now, which isn't necessarily a terrible typing. It just does does give it that ground weakness though, and a lot of Pokemon in competitive do run Earthquake, just because it's a really solid move to, and it covers a lot of types too. So if I had to rank these, I would say Skarmory number 1, followed by the Politoed or Slowbro. So Slowbro does have Regenerator, and you can't really mess with Regenerator. Regenerator is so freaking good. Basically gives the Pokemon a third of his HP back after switching out. Phantom, thank you for the $5 dono. $5 gets you a custom shiny Pokemon or shiny egg of your choice. Let me know what you'd like. So, Skarmory number 1, I'd probably say, honestly, maybe Slowbro number 2. And then, I'd have to give number 3 spot to Choice Specs Zoroark. I think it has some decent speed and can do some work with Choice Specs. It's pretty hard. Plus, it has the ability Illusion, which will definitely catch your opponents off guard if they're not watching out for it. Fourth, I mean, these are all just so close as far as their competitive viability. It's hard to rank these. But definitely Skarmory number 1 for sure. And then I'd say Slowbro number 2, solely for the fact that it has great defensive bulk and it gets Regenerator. And then there's Zoroark or Politoed at number 3. I can't decide which one. Maybe Politoed number 3, just because it's got the Damp Rock and it's got the Drizzle ability, so it's pretty solid if you need a second Rain Setter on the team other than Pelipper. So I'd say maybe Politoed number 3. Zoroark. So Zoroark and Lycanroc are very close. Number 4. So between the two, Lycanroc has better speed, I believe. They both have pretty good speed, but hang on, let me look at Zoroark's speed versus Lycanroc's speed. So Zoroark is 105, I think Lycanroc is like base 117 or something, or the Dusk version, but I can just double check it real quick. Ultimately, it'll probably come down to which Pokemon outspeeds. Yeah, oh no, Lycanroc Dusk version Lycanroc Dusk version has a base 110, which outspeeds Zoroark. So I'd say probably Lycanroc at number 4, Zoroark at number 5, and Crocodile at number 6 to rank these competitively, but definitely Skarmory number 1, man. This bird has always been good ever since it was released. I've been using defensive bulk. It's the notorious Spike Setter. Alright. And it's got Whirlwind too to phase out your opponents. So yeah, I'd have to give the number 1 spot to Skarmory. Alright, I'm gonna head out and make some noodles. See ya? What kind of noodles? Ramen noodles? Buttered noodles? Like Asian style noodles? What kind of noodles we making, my dude? Big fan of noodles. So many different ways to prepare noodles. By the way, guys, we are currently at 5,209 subscribers on the channel. Road to 6K strong. As I said, I still have no idea when I'm gonna do that 5K special. I just have not had time to gather all the Pokemon, or even decide what I want to do for this. I've been kind of putting it off for a while. And we're already at 5,200 subscribers. I eat ramen, my dude. I got you, my dude. Alright. Phantom, got your message here for Blastoise. Did you want that to be G-Max Blastoise? If you wanted it G-Max, let me know. Alright, I got you confirmed. Yeah, by the way, guys, like the starter G-Maxes are available right now, because you can give them the G-Max food, whatever that G-Max thing is called that you feed them. You can give that to them, and it'll make like basically all the starters have their Gigantamax forms, which is cool. Yeah, the Max Soup, that's what it's called. Alright, so we got donations so far from John Artist, Kilson, Sabrina, and Phantom. I believe I replied to all of you so far. And thank you all for the donations for the custom Pokemon. Much appreciated. Alright, here we go. Just bought a G-Max Cinderace yesterday. Yep, you did. For the membership. Nat Flowers, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the support there. Haley Marnell. Alright, so we are currently at 84 likes on the stream, 76 current viewers. Like goal is again 150 likes. So if you have not liked yet, make sure you do so. Go ahead and get shiny eggs at 150 likes. We're on a good pace here. We're definitely on a pretty strong pace to break it. Already over halfway there. My birthday is on Wednesday. That is in 1, 2, 3, 4 more days, my dude. Good stuff. All right. Alright, now we are on to, which I think, in my opinion, is the best competitive Pokemon in this box, is going to be Shiny Skarmory. Not going to be able to join this rip. Chipper, you've been missing out on quite a few giveaways, my dude. Ah, man. My birthday was last week. Oh, we got a lot of June birthdays. What month is your guys' birthdays in? I'm waiting for. Does anybody remember? I think we went over this. What birthday month do you guys have? Lillian and I share the same birthday month so far. January. I'm a January boy. January birthday. Jimper's a January boy too. Alright. June 29th. It's literally in wait, June 29th, that's on Monday. That's close. October game. What time what day on October? Like close to Halloween, or like more so towards the beginning or middle? Rip if your birthday's on Halloween, man. It's a scary, spooky day to have a birthday. October 25th, October 21st. As long as it's not on Halloween, man. I feel like you're okay. Imagine having a birthday on September 11th. Yeah, like any historic disastrous days are a big grip. Imagine if your birthday was on February 29th. Yeah, I do have a friend whose birthday is actually on February 29th. So, on his birth certificate, it still says that that's his birthday. But the thing is, it's still treated as like the last day of February, so like he celebrates his birthday on the 28th on basically the non-leap years. But I guess legally they treat his birthday if it's It's on the 29th. That's the last day of February. I'm not sure what the ruling is on that. As far as legal rules, like if you get pulled over on your 17th birthday or on your 18th birthday and it's February 28th and your birthday's on February 29th and it's not a leap year, can the cop like give you a ticket for smoking if you're underage? Well, smoking here is now 19. They increased the age from 18 to 19 not that long ago. So, I'm not sure what the legal guidelines are if your birthday does fall on that 29th. But it would be good to find out. Guys, 94 likes on the stream, 68 people watch, 69 people watching, giggity. We are 100 and... no wait, we are 56 away from hitting like goal for shiny eggs. Adorable Freya, welcome if you're new. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, my dude. That's pretty cool. I killed a black widow spider with a raid. Jesus. Aren't black widows like hella poisonous? Alright. I live in Australia. Oh, that is a rip. You guys have some like crazy animals and stuff in Australia. Is it true that like random freaking animals will just show up to your house and like, we're talking like insects wise, and then like, I don't know, like bigger animals will show up like in your backyards at random and stuff in Australia? Does that happen a lot? Like, how often do you guys get, like, deadly animals showing up in your backyard? I had a snake in my backyard. Was it a garden snake, or was it, like, an actual venomous, like, cobra, or, like... one of those lethal snakes. Imagine having, like, an anaconda in your backyard. I mean, I imagine it's rather interesting to live in Australia. But shout out to you for tuning into the stream, living in Australia. No, I don't know what time it is for you, but I'm assuming it's like Sunday for you guys. Is that right? Is it like the next day for you guys right now in Australia? So I just did a quick Google of the Australian time. Is it 5:19 in the morning right now for you? Pretty damn early. That's dedication right there. Gotta tune into these giveaways when you can. Tell us the future. That reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward was in the fetal position and he was just screaming "Future!" in his freaking and when he that was a really old episode when he went to the SpongeBob the Krusty Krab. He went into the freezer and he was frozen in time. And all the android version of SpongeBob came out at him. Dab, if you guys get that reference, man, that's a really good episode, man. The future reference. Yem Plays, thank you for the $4 dono. Much appreciated. Go ahead and shoot me a message on Discord. All the details are in the description. Just go ahead and shoot me a message on Discord. And let me know what you would like, so I can keep track of it. And again, thank you for the dono. We will set up a trade after the stream. Wait, only 5 people got the future reference from SpongeBob? I only see 5 dabs in the chat. You guys are out of tune, man. Alright. So Galarian Slowbro, which I deemed as the second best Pokemon in this box because of that regenerator ability. Poison Psychic is also not bad typing. Ah, there we go. There's another dab. I really love Politoed. Politoed's a good mon. I used to run it back in the day on all my rain teams, and then Pelipper just became more viable. It does get messed up by T-Bolt though. In December 2020, God will reveal that the whole year was a prank on us. God, I hope so, and we just get the entire year of 2020 back. You know what I mean? Do we just get to relive that? As far as ratios go, indoor versus outdoor, what's your guys' ratio split versus being indoors and outdoors with this quarantine? Like how often? Like, are you 80% indoors, 20% outdoors? Are you 90% indoors, 10% outdoors? Are you 99% indoors, 1% outdoor? Or are you 50% indoors, 50% outdoors? Some of you guys are like, what the hell? What is this outdoors you speak of? 98% indoors, 2% outdoors, 50% split, to be honest. That's not bad. Just be safe out there, though. I'd say I'm probably about the same because I have to work half the time, which is not in my house. I have to actually go to the headquarters to actually have to show up to the office. The main reason I actually go out right now is to work. Otherwise, I'm not really going to any social gathering. Speaking of social gatherings, that's changing because I'm actually going to a barbecue tomorrow, which reminds me there will be no stream tomorrow because, again, I will be going to a barbecue. I'll not be at home to stream for you folks. But I'll try and toss a stream up either Monday or Tuesday. Normally I do stream on Sundays, but won't be able to do so tomorrow. Don't forget to wear your mask. Yeah, we're gonna have to scope out the situation over there. But it's at a friend's place. He says that nobody in his house is everybody in his house is good, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. And just the thing is, like, you could always be like a silent carrier of the COVID-19 disease, and you wouldn't know it. That's why it's so sneaky, man. It's just like you could have it and you could not even know it. But we're gonna go ahead and scope out the situation tomorrow. I always carry a mask in my car, in my glove box, in case I ever need to whip it out. So when I do show up, I'll try to scope it out. I don't think, like, the rest of my friends are gonna, I don't know if they're gonna be wearing masks or not. So that's just it. Go ahead, message you on Discord, Cappy Kid. Oh, you're in Yem Plays. Okay, I got you. And just message me what Pokemon you'd like so I can keep track of it. Yem Plays. Thanks for the message. Glad you followed the directions. Just makes it much easier to keep track of you guys. Prodigy is coming in with a $4 dono here as well. Thank you, Prodigy, for the dono. Go ahead and message me and let me know what you'd like. Alright, Yem Plays, I got you confirmed. The thing just waiting on a message from Prodigy at this point. Thank you all for the donations. Much appreciated. Guys, we're at 102 likes, so we did break triple digits. Currently at 69 viewers. We're 48 likes away from hitting like goal. So if you guys are not smashed yet, make sure you smash. Now that we broke triple digits, I think it's time to ask you guys some rather mind-bending would you rather questions to get you thinking, get those creative juices flowing. I was just at the beach. I took a beach day last week. Also went fishing last week too. Last week was pretty eventful. I see more and more people out right now. Which I don't know to be worried about that or to actually be scared or to actually be happy that more people are coming out, or to actually be afraid that we're risking another wave of infectious diseases spreading. Because that's honestly the last thing we need is another outbreak to start the whole process over again. Because then we're back at square one. Then all this quarantine shit was for nothing. But I went to the beach last weekend. Ocean City, Maryland, or Ocean City, New Jersey? New Jersey has Ocean City too. Which Ocean City? Ocean City, Maryland? I've been to Ocean City, Maryland. Small world, small world. Should have told me, bro. I could have showed up. It's only like a 2.5 hour drive from where I live. Actually, no, it's closer to 3 hours, but Ocean City, Maryland is like, yeah, about a 3 hour drive from where I live. Ocean City, New Jersey is like an hour and 45-minute drive from where I live, because that's like far, far south from where I live. But yeah, small world for sure. It's cool that you guys actually go to places that I've actually been to. Makes it more relatable. Prodigy, I got your message there, my friend. Dusk form mail like and rock. I got you. Confirmed. So we got messages. So I think we covered everybody that donated. Prodigy got you. Yem Plays got you. Phantom, I got you. Sabrina got you. Kilson got you. And John Artist, I got you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that donated. So I think everybody's pretty much covered right now. All right. I haven't been to the beaches, way too dangerous to box jellyfish. Yeah, I'd imagine living in Australia, you guys get a lot of dangerous sea critters out there. Basically like a real-life version of SpongeBob SquarePants with all the jellyfish and shit that sting you. You should probably have like real-life versions of Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble from SpongeBob. Minecraft jellyfish. Killer, have you ever been to the UK? I have not. I've yet to do a trip to Europe. So when I do go, I'm actually planning on going to see one of my boys that you guys actually saw in the chat before, Asensio. He lives in the Netherlands, so I'm planning on going to see him and maybe do a Euro trip throughout Europe. I want to do travel there. I also really want to go to Japan. Like, that's on my bucket list as well, as far as things to do. Places to travel. Well, but like with I mean, as of right now, I have some money saved up for some vacations, but you know, you're not gonna be traveling anywhere with all these like lockdowns and stuff still going on around on an international scale, so it's just tough to do any sort of traveling right now. Plus, like, all the airlines, because they're like basically in risk of bankruptcy, some of them, they're jacking up their ticket prices too, so it's like tickets to some of these places are just super expensive. Because the demand has gone down, which makes the prices going up, because they need to sell tickets at a higher price to be able to make a profit. Japan as a tourist is really a good place to go for a vacation. Yeah, I was watching like some YouTube videos on things not to do in Japan, and like, you know how in the US we have like those signs where it says don't walk, and then it flips the light to like the walking symbol of the dude walking, and then it has like a red hand that says don't walk. In Japan, and you know how people like will just jaywalk in the middle of the street here in the US? Even if the sign says don't walk here, people will just cross if they see the road is clear. And apparently in Japan it's like super frowned upon to do that. Like, people like literally will not cross the street until they see that sign flip from do not walk to walk, even if the road is just perfectly clear. Another thing that people shouldn't do in Japan is tip their, I guess, servers, because I guess tips are frowned upon as well, because I don't think think it's necessary to be tipped extra for just doing their job as they normally are doing. So these tips are frowned upon. There's a few other things that is unique in their culture. They don't wear shoes in houses and stuff. So like typically they'll leave their shoes outside or inside, like on a shoe rack or something. Yeah, they actually pay their waiters in Japan. Yeah, like they'll give their waiters like an hourly or salary wage. Oh, was that Logan that just traded with us? Was that Bub Press or is that Bub Press or Lap Bub? Lap Bub or Bub Press? Lap Bub or Bub Press? Place your bets. Was it Lap Bub? Or was it... Oh, it was Lap Bub. Lap Bub. I was hoping it would be Bub Press. Lap Bub is good too. Alright. So here's an article of 13 things you should never do in Japan that I just pulled up here. So one of the rules is don't break the rules of chopstick etiquette in Japan. I don't know how strict this is, obviously. It's just going on for the articles. And don't break the rules of chopstick etiquette, and the article says, the Japanese will be impressed if you're comfortable using chopsticks, but making the following faux pas will definitely raise eyebrows. Never stick your chopsticks vertically in a bowl of rice. This resembles a funeral ritual. If you need to put them down, always use the chopstick holder next to your plate. Avoid using your chopsticks to pass food to someone else's chopsticks, as this is another taboo. When sharing dishes, use your chopstick to take food. Use your chopsticks to take food and put it on your own plate, eating it. And don't rub your chopsticks together. It's rude. I think, I actually read about the don't rubbing your chopsticks together. Is I think, like, a lot of restaurants go out of their way to purchase, like, quality chopsticks. That don't have like splinters on them, and the reason for rubbing them together is to like get rid of the splinters. Hell, even I do it in the US here, because like some of the restaurants here, that even the Japanese ones, they get like cheap chopsticks, but I'm guessing when you do it there, they get like more authentic chopsticks that don't have like splinters on them. So like I guess it's considered rude if you rub the chopsticks together, because people will think you they're like a lower quality chopstick. This one I already called out is don't wear shoes indoors when visiting Japanese homes and even some businesses, which I actually knew about. Yeah, they'll just ask you to like leave it at the doorstep. Skipping the line when waiting for trains or anything else. I mean, I guess that's considered rude here too. You shouldn't just cut in front of a line. And then avoid eating on the go when you're in Japan. In Japan, people don't generally eat or drink on the go. Fast food sold at street stands and stalls is eaten standing up in the designated areas, often marked with lines on the pavement. Drinks bought from many vending machines available in public places are also consumed immediately, and the can or bottle tossed in the recycling bin next to the machine. Similarly, eating or drinking on public transport is considered bad manners, but an exception is made for this on the long distance trains. Another rule is don't get into a bathtub before showering first. I'm guessing they're talking about like those I guess those public heated water pools, which I mean they have those here too. They're just rarer. I'm guessing they're more common in Japan. Alright. Another one is don't blow your nose in public. Blowing your nose in public in Japan is considered to be uncouth. Find a bathroom or another private place if you have to attend to a running nose. It's common to see people wearing face masks in public, especially in the winter. This means they have a cold and want to avoid spreading germs and infecting others. Or avoid catching one. You can buy these masks in a variety of colors and patterns, and they are essentially a fashion statement at this point. I mean, this is obviously... This article is old, but it's even more common now with COVID. Ah, here's the one. We covered this one. Don't leave a tip. Unlike in the US, where tipping is mandatory, Japan does not have a tipping culture, and leaving a tip may even be taken as an insult. Service is included in the bill at restaurants, and even taxi drivers will refuse to have a fare rounded off. Leave a few coins on the table, and the waiter will surely run after you to return your forgotten change. Holy shit. Alright. Oh, we're almost done the first box here, guys. We're at 112 likes here. Let's do a quick recap. 112 likes, almost done the first box. We're currently at 5,214 subscribers. On our way to 5,300. Man, I could just picture some waiter chasing after you, though, after you leave a tip on the table. Alright, so here's another thing. Avoid loud phone conversations while on public transit in Japan. The Japanese tend to use their mobile phones discreetly and will keep telephone discussions brief and as quiet as possible when in public. When traveling on public transit, many people are busy using phones to text, listen to music, watch videos, or read, but telephone calls are very rare. If you have to use your phone in a public area, move to a quiet place with few people around. I guess that's just more of a common courtesy kind of thing. And most people nowadays, they're on their phones and not really having phone conversations, but in America it's different. People will just pick up and have a phone conversation. Like, they don't care where they're at. Alright. 3 more crocodile here for box number 1, then we'll transition into the second box. Yeah, just make sure you like the video if you have not done so already. As it says at the bottom left, 150 likes is the like goal, and we will give away shiny eggs when we do hit it. Tipping in the UK is optional. I'm pretty sure tipping is just always optional, but it's just encouraged that you do it because the staff in the US, I guess in like most countries other than Japan, like they don't really get salaries or they don't get wages. Hence they make like $3 or $4 an hour as their actual wage, but then their tips are the majority of their income. For servers and waiters at restaurants. Don't point in Japan and try to avoid raising your voice in anger. Man, like I've seen enough animes to the point where this rule does not apply. I've seen so many pointing in animes, so many people raising their voices. Don't point in Japan and avoid raising your voice in anger. Pointing at people or things is considered rude in Japan. Instead of using a finger to point at something, the Japanese use a hand to gently wave at what they would like to indicate. When referring to themselves, people will use their forefinger to touch their nose instead of pointing at themselves. Wow, okay, I didn't know it was that in-depth. It is also considered bad manners to use chopsticks to point. It is also considered bad manners to use the chopsticks to point at something. In the same vein, manners go a long way in any type of communication, and raising your voice in anger or misunderstanding is majorly taboo. Again, there's that word again, taboo. What's taboo about raising your voice? Sabrina. I got one more shiny crocodile left in this box. Holy shit, here's another thing that's frowned upon. What if you're a Yakuza? Then I guess you just play by your own rules. You don't play by anybody's rules, not even your own. Alright. How do I have a chance for a Pokemon in these giveaways? Ready42 asked, just type in the code at the top left when you see me. I'd recommend you execute the search of the code when you see me starting to type in my code to give yourself the best chance. Here we go. This is the last Crocodile for box number 1, but then we will transition into the next box. Alright, so here's another rule that's frowned upon. Don't pour soy sauce on your rice. Don't pour soy sauce on your rice. In Japan, soy sauce is never poured directly on rice. Always pour soy sauce into the small dish provided specifically for this, and not directly on your rice or other food. Then use your chopsticks to dip the sushi or sashimi in the sauce. Makes sense to me. Alright, so we'll transition into box 2 after we'll go ahead and read off the names and stuff. Oh, we've only been streaming for 46 minutes and we're already done the first box. 108 likes on the stream, by the way, guys. We are, what, 32 away? 32 likes away from hitting like goal. So keep on keeping on. Alright. So we'll go ahead and read off the names of the Pokemon you guys traded over, and we'll transition into the next box. And just briefly go over the rules again for the next box. Alright. Mrs. Labbub, we saw that one already. Jotaro, Killer has a leg. I'm a badass. I will trade. That's it for nicknames for box number 1. So box number 2 is essentially the same selection of Pokemon from box number 1. Again, these are all competitive Pokemon. They're all holding their competitive items, all that good stuff. I said a few days back I'll be, when I did last giveaway, which was on Wednesday, I'll be putting competitive items on these Pokemon basically going forward, because I've literally thrown enough Master Balls at you guys. So I feel like most of you guys have enough Master Balls at this point. So these Pokemon are literally deemed battle ready. You can just take them, put them on any competitive team. They're good to go for battle. They are all EV trained, hyper trained, all that good stuff. All should have their competitive moves, all that fun stuff. Hyper trained, competitive moves, and yeah, limit 1 per box. Guys, make sure you don't double dip. Same code as always. Here we go. Just gonna jump right into it. Good luck, everybody. If you guys won in the last box, you can still win in this one. Again, I'm gonna go column by column. As always, you can donate $4 to guarantee yourself a trade of any of these Pokemon. $8 for 2. $12 for 3, etc., etc. Just make sure you read the description, and just make sure you read the description before you donate. Make sure you use the Streamlabs link to donate, and then shoot me a message on Discord. Alright. Prestige M. This is another new name. So it's good to see these folks that are winning for the first time. Always fun. Alright. So we're not done the list here. We still have 3 more things here that is frowned upon to do in Japan. Here's another thing that's frowned upon to do in Japan. Avoid giving and receiving things with one hand. So you can't use one hand to like give or take stuff. In Japan, both hands are always used when giving and receiving things, including small objects like business cards, When paying at a shop or cafe, it's common to place the money on the small tray next to the cash register instead of handing it directly to the cashier. Oh wow, I did not know that. So yeah, just hand stuff with 2 hands, I guess. Didn't know about that one. That's good to know. I like how all this is completely opposite in anime. Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen enough anime to basically bust all these myths. Yeah, in Japan, cashiers have this weird plate where you put your cash in and they take it from there. Ah, interesting. Myth confirmed. So the next thing that's frowned upon to do is don't serve yourself a drink. When socializing with friends or colleagues, refill each person's glass once they're empty, but not your own, which is considered rude. After you finish serving your companions, they will do the same for you. A bottle is always held with both hands when pouring. Holy shit, man. That is nuts. So you never refill your own glass? You refill others first, and what if you're like mad thirsty and they don't even notice that your glass is empty? You know what I mean? What if you just desperately need water and people are just like not noticing that your glass is empty and they don't pour you the drink? You know. This is why it's always important to, I guess, just have a bottle of water ready in Japan. That's actually nuts. So you can't get yourself a drink, not even like water, I guess. Like, can you not? Is this referring to alcoholic drinks, or is it referring to all drinks? That's definitely a different. I've never even heard about that one, but that's definitely one that I would break for sure. Because man, if my glass is empty and I just need something, I'll pour that drink in there, man. Alright. So here's another rule. Don't expect to use... this is the last one in the list. Don't expect to use onsen, pools, or gyms with visible tattoos in Japan. While tattoos are almost the norm rather than the expectation in many Western nations, they are still largely considered taboo in Japan. While this is largely ascribed to their historical connection with organized crime, the official answer is unclear. In any case, if you have extensive visible tattoos, you should expect to be prohibited from traditional Japanese onsen or to book an expensive private session in your hotel's onsen, though this isn't always given either. Your visible tattoos should also cover up in any pools or gyms. Of course, there are exceptions to all these rules, but it's worth inquiring ahead of time if you're planning on hitting up a pool, gym, or onsen and have extensive tattoos. Some hotels will provide wetsuit-style shirt to cover you, but they won't always do the trick. Phantom, thank you for the $4 donation. Go ahead and just shoot me a message what you would like. Like and rock, I got you. Good to know. Alright, so that's all 13 things. So, what other countries should we look up next, guys, for things that are frowned upon? Should we look up the UK next? Things that are frowned upon to do in the UK? I think I can probably pull up an article on that. Things not to do in the UK. 12 things you should never do in Britain. I like how there's articles for all of these. Sabrina next, wouldn't it? Okay, so 12 things you should never do in Britain. So the first thing is act like the food is as bad as its reputation. If you know anything about British food, you know that it's bad, leathery roast beef, warm beer, joyless desserts, and heart attack that is Scottish cuisine. Are all perils visitors to Britain have to net? Wait, this doesn't even make sense. This doesn't even read properly. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not reading that. This article is like so many typos and shit in it. I'm not gonna read the description, but I'm just gonna read the headers. So the next one is accidentally calling Great Britain England. So for the whole history of the UK, England has been the senior partner. It's where the capital is, where the money is, and it has a population over 10 times that of Scotland, the next biggest country. This has led to resentment about England dominating everything and generally acting like that awful friend who always has to be the center of attention, and nobody wants to be mistaken for that friend. Alright, John Artist for Zoro Arc. $125 likes, guys. We are 25 away. Definitely need to start putting the foot on the gas here. Again, if you guys have not liked yet, make sure you like the video. We're at 84 viewers. Make sure you like the video if you have not done so already. To get us to 150 likes to get shiny eggs. I found another article, which is more succinct than the previous one, which is 20 things to never do in England. So I'm not sure how many of you guys actually live in England, but here's 20 things to never do in England. Touch the guards is number 1. You can mess around in front of them and they'll ignore you, but touch them and prepare for a world of hurt. So they will actually retaliate if you touch them. Holy shit. So number 2 is talk with a fake English accent and say pip pip cheerio a lot. I mean, that's kind of obvious. He said, yeah, my friend was arrested. Yeah, I guess that's what the world of hurt is insinuating. Call people governor. Don't call the whole of UK England. That was in the last article. Do not explain to us how you're 17th generation Scottish, Irish, English, Spanish, Inuit, Ferret. It doesn't matter and we don't care. Stop in the middle of any busy pavement and take pictures. I can see how that would get annoying. No peeing in the street unless you wish to be arrested. I mean, I don't know why you would do that unless you were like drunk or something. Then it doesn't really matter where you pee, because if you're drunk, you're gonna pee anywhere. I took... Wait, hang on, this isn't... Took 100 euros in... Is it euros or Great British pounds? I don't know. I took 100 euros in Scottish money with me. Most people looked at me like I had handed them a dead baby. Do not use Scottish money. Interesting, so Scottish money looks different. If you're in the south of England, don't think we're being rude if you try to spark up a conversation with a stranger in public and we look at you weird. It's just not the common thing to do. If you see aggressive-looking individuals wearing Nike hoodies, do not make eye contact. And for the love of God, don't talk to them. They're likely concealing a rusty kitchen knife and aren't afraid to use it. I don't know if that's like more of a stereotype or what. Alright. When someone, again, this article is listing 20 things what not to do in England. So, when someone asks "all right" or "how are you," under no circumstances are you to reply negatively. Lie if you have to, but unless you never want anyone to talk to you again, reply with "fine," "good," "thanks," or anything similar. Comment on the weather. 4 hours will have passed before you realize that us Brits really do enjoy talking about the weather. Is that true? People in England really enjoy talking about the weather? I mean, there's only so much of the weather you could talk about. Wait, this one I don't understand. Don't insist on cold beer. Drink it warm and you'll be glad that you did. I don't get that one. Why should you drink warm beer? Warm beer is so shitty. Don't comment on the dentistry unless you fancy needing some of your own. I get that. Using these or similar phrases. Saved your ass in World War II? Be speaking German if it wasn't for us? Oh man, that would definitely be considered offensive. I totally get that one. Praise Margaret Thatcher when you're in a low-income neighborhood. Wait, who's Margaret Thatcher? Name sounds familiar. I'm not sure what her significance is, though. Adrift 25, thanks for subscribing. And the last one on this list is... Summary of most of the answers is don't be American. I feel like this one is just like filled with a lot of biases. Alright, what country should we do next? Sweden? Things not to do. What I'm literally Googling is things not to do in XYZ country. I feel like don't be American is gonna be a commonality amongst all of these countries. 15 things not to do in Sweden. Alright, so number 1 is don't assume all Swedes speak English. English might be one of the most commonly spoken languages in the world, but don't expect to hear Swedes speaking English to each other. Although more than 80% of people in Sweden do speak English, you might still come across people who don't, so it's best to learn some basic Swedish phrases for common niceties. Why is this trade taking so long to execute, my friends? Communicating, please stand by. Alright, we'll give this till the end of, we'll give this like another 30 seconds or so. If it still doesn't trade, we'll just have to hard close out of the game. Don't use highly animated body language. If you're not from Scandinavia, you might not be aware of how animated and loud you can be in a conversation. Being loud and flamboyant is the quickest way to irritate the locals in Sweden, and you might even be gently reprimanded if your voice carries over to the next table. If you see Swedes turning their body away from you and shading their eyes, take this as a sign to lower your voice and tone it down. Alright, I'm not sure what's going on. Shouldn't take this long to execute a trade. Don't feel pressured by silence. I'm not sure what they mean by this, but here's what the article says. What you may perceive as an awkward silence, a Swede will perceive as a comfortable pause. Swedes are direct communicators. So every word is calculated to carry meaning across. Alright. You will hardly ever overhear conversations that are filled with social pleasantries and small talk. So don't rush to fill the gap. Instead, try to embrace the silence and enjoy the moment. So do Swedes do this? Is that common? You guys you guys take some long pauses in the middle of conversations? Do not educate the Swedes. Don't assume that because Sweden is a neutral entity, Swedes are uninformed about the political complexities that go on in other countries. You will actually find that Swedes read a lot and take their education seriously from a young age. You shouldn't be afraid to share interesting snippets from your homeland, but don't be confrontational or act like you know it all. Whether you mean it or not, this is kind of a behavior that can come off as extremely arrogant. I feel like that's just true in general. That's just a general thing you shouldn't do. But anyways, the fifth one says, don't talk down the Vasa ship. What is that? What is a Vasa ship? In Stockholm, the Vasa is a matter of national pride. This warship was built in the 17th century and is regarded by the Swedes as one of the greatest engineering feats of its era. After sinking on its maiden voyage, it was salvaged 3 centuries later and has been meticulously restored to its original and artful glory. It may not have made it very far, but as far as the Swedes are concerned, the restoration of the ship is worthy of admiration and respect. We are at 135 likes right now. 74 current people watching. 5,219 subscribers. Alright. So let's see what else we got here. You guys, these Pokemon are, so this is the second box, so these Pokemon are going away. So the only way to get these after they are completely gone, since we're not going to be doing a third box of these exact same Pokemon, is to donate. Again, you can donate $4 for one, $8 for two, $12 for three, etc. Check out the description for details. Pretty straightforward. Noodles, boy. Alright. One thing not to do in Sweden is don't ignore personal space. I feel like this is just a common thing in general. Another general common thing is Swedes value their personal space. Unless you're in a crowd, you should never stand too close to people. Even the cashier in a shop. And you definitely shouldn't sit next to somebody on a bus if there is an open seat for you elsewhere. I mean, I don't do that in general either. I mean, I don't, I mean, I've taken the subways and stuff before in New York, but if there's an open seat, I'm not gonna sit next to somebody when there's like a million other open seats, you know what I'm saying? So, that would just be extremely awkward. Like, just imagine an empty bus with like so many empty seats and you just happen to sit next to somebody that's sitting in a seat when there's like, when all the other seats are empty. It's just kind of weird. Let's see. Don't get decaf. Don't get decaf, but drink coffee. Fika is a favorite daily tradition in Sweden where Swedes get together for a social drink for coffee, sweets, and friends. Most people try to do this once a day, so be ready to participate if you make some new friends. However, you'll want to avoid ordering decaf, which is usually not available and often isn't very good anyway. That's good to know. Wouldn't have guessed that. Don't disrespect Swedish beer. No matter where you are, it's rude and obnoxious to talk about how anything is much better in your country, and in Sweden, definitely don't insult the beer. Swedish beer tends to be much lighter, but avoid. I actually like light beer. I prefer it over like heavier beers for like social drinking. But avoid calling it watered down. Swedish people happen to like it, and if you don't, order something else. Don't mention the Finnish hockey team. What's wrong with the Finnish hockey team? If you have an interest in hockey, you might want to engage a Swede in a conversation about it. This is a fun way to connect, but know that the Swedes are very passionate about their national hockey team, and if you are watching a game in Sweden, you should be passionate about them too. Sweden and Finland have a long and complex history that often gets played out on the ice, so try not to get too involved and just enjoy watching the game. Did not know about that. Number 10 is don't be flashy. If you'd like to make friends in Sweden, don't be gaudy or flashy. Big shows of wealth won't do much to impress the Swedes, and if you arrive with this attitude, people will probably try to avoid you. In Sweden, everything is done in moderation, from everyday clothing to late night clubbing. In Stockholm, people have fun, but just enough without making a nuisance of themselves. $11 more likes, guys. We're almost there. We're halfway down the box, so very, very close. Don't litter. I mean, this is just common everywhere, but in the US and like busier cities in New York and stuff, you'll see litter like literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. So don't litter. Swedish is an extremely environmentally conscious country, so littering and failing to recycle properly is extremely frowned upon. If you find a garbage can the moment you need one, just hold on. If you can't find a garbage can the moment you need one, just hold on to your trash until you can dispose of it properly. I heard that's a thing in Japan too. I heard like in Japan, there's not a lot of trash cans out in public that if people need to throw something out, they'll literally just hold on to it until they get to like their home, and then they'll throw it out there. Oh, here's a big one. Don't drink bottled water. Did not know about this. So don't drink bottled water because the Swedes are so unaware. So it says because the Swedes are so aware of the environment and cautious of pollution, you won't find many people drinking bottled water. Plastic water bottles make a lot of trash, so the Swedes prefer to drink water straight from the tap, which is safe to do and said to be delicious. Interesting, interesting. Don't forget to buy liquor early. Restaurants and bars all serve wine, beer, and liquor, but if you want to take some back to your hotel room, you can buy it at only one place. A System Bolagat outlet, which is a government-operated liquor store. These stores often close early, so plan to get there before 6 p.m. on weekdays and before 3 p.m. on Saturday. Don't take a pass on island hopping. A trip to Sweden isn't complete until you visit one of the thousands of islands that surround the country on all its coasts. Make sure to get out of the main cities to do some island hopping and learn how locals live. You can be charmed by Swedish culture. This is just the travel tip, I guess. And how you can be charmed by Swedish culture and revel in the natural beauty. A ferry is available to some of the largest islands and makes for a nice 1 or 2 day trip. Don't shove to the front of the line. I mean, this one is just common. All right, so I guess that's it for Sweden. What country should we do next? The USA? That's a good one. Let's find out what things I shouldn't do in my own country. Things not to do. Things not to do in the USA. Let me find out what I should not be doing in my own country. 23 things that you should not do while visiting the USA. Don't point your middle finger at anyone. This might get you killed. Wait, it doesn't give a description. Alright. That's pretty obvious. Never travel in your car without wearing a seatbelt. That's pretty obvious too. You get pulled over and you'll get a ticket. Never drink and drive. Police won't let you play with that. Yeah, they'll do a breathalyzer on you and shit if they suspect you. Never use your mobile phone while driving. No texting or talking over the phone. That's also pretty obvious. Basically, all these things are just like driving related. Why are these all driving related? Okay, now here's one that's not. Don't disrespect an American flag or say anything negative about the US troops. This will land you in some serious trouble. That's true. Don't bring... Well, if you say it like in a bar or something in an open place, you'll probably get your ass kicked. Don't bring something that is legal in one state to another state where it's illegal. That's pretty obvious. Marijuana being like the biggest thing. Don't get in someone's personal space. Keep distance from people when you are talking to them. Also pretty obvious. Don't stare at someone. Watching is fine, but staring offends most. That's just creepy, I feel like, if you're staring somebody. For like a long period of time. Don't park in the handicap space unless you have the right to park there. That's also really obvious. Although I've seen people that have parked in handicap spots just for like 2 minutes just to go into the grocery store to grab something, but even so, it's like still frowned upon to do here. Because you're taking up, if there's like limited parking space and a person actually needs it, then you're just taking up a spot. Don't try to get in the elevator unless everyone has stepped out. Yeah, that's definitely a big one. You want to wait for everyone to come out of the elevator before going into the elevator. I'm pretty sure that's like common in most places. Don't walk on the left side, always keep right. Yes, that's true. You always want to go, because like, that's basically the way, the same rules apply as the driving rules. If you drive on the right side of the street, you want to walk on the right side of the street. Let the other people come from the opposite direction. They're going to be walking to their right. That way you keep to your right. Nobody gets in each other's way. Everybody's cool. Everybody's happy. Guys, we need 5 more likes. And we've got 10 more Pokemon to give away. So some time left. Never ever cut in line. People hate that. Why is the cutting in line one so common? I mean, that should just be universal, that you shouldn't cut in line. Why is this such a common thing in most of these articles? But yeah, obviously, if you don't know this, people hate waiting in general. People are super impatient in general, and you cutting in line and just like thinking you're entitled to cut in line, it's just gonna piss a lot of people off. Don't cut in line. Surprise! Thanks for subscribing. Don't joke about bombs and terrorists. It might be normal joke back where you come from, but people take it very seriously in America. Yes, they do. Like, you have people calling bomb threats in like random places, and people have actually gotten arrested and are prosecuted at a federal level for calling in like fake bomb threats and things like that. So it's actually, they take it very, very seriously here. You could serve jail time for doing stuff like that. But another thing not to do in the US is don't discuss politics, religion with people you just meet. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of a, I should say frowned upon like topic just to lead off. I guess if you know somebody well, you could discuss it, but it shouldn't be like the topic of choice after meeting somebody like brand new. Mr. Mojo, sup y'all? Won't be able to make it to the stream today. My little brother's having his grad party. Hope y'all are having a good day. Just wants to say hi. Alright, Mr. Mojo, no worries, man. Hope you have a fun time at the party. As I said, I will not be streaming tomorrow because I'll be going to a barbecue tomorrow. Should have a lot of fun with that, but I'll try and toss up a stream either Monday or Tuesday to make up for it. Although I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that with my work schedule, but I'm sure I'll try and I can manage. Never reach for your pocket when you were stopped by a police officer. This is rather huge, especially now, man, with things being so tense here. With all the race riots and all that stuff going on, man, you don't want to do anything to seem suspicious, antagonize an officer. Don't reach for your pockets if you're stopped by a police officer. Keep calm. Don't get out of your car. Definitely don't don't open your car door if you're stopped or pulled over, man. That's just gonna raise a lot of red flags for the officer. They're gonna most likely like reach for their gun, or not their gun per se. They'll probably reach for their taser or something along those lines. But yeah, definitely don't reach for your pockets. Don't get out of your car if you're pulled over. Those are pretty obvious. Don't get into an argument with a police officer. I mean, yeah, that's obvious too. Like, I guess you could always just stay silent, and if you need to do something later, you could always talk to a lawyer. Because police officers are, they can be held accountable too. So if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, you could always talk to an attorney, and pretty much like sue the county or the city, and you can get some compensation for it. People in the U.S. it's actually common here, like in the U.S. like they. Cops, whenever they're doing what they're not supposed to be doing, just keep quiet. If they do something that they're not supposed to, if you have like video footage of it or whatever, even if you talk to an attorney about it, and have some sort of proof about of what the officer did, you can prosecute it, and the officer will likely lose his job, and you will get some sort of compensation from the city for it. It's pretty common. Don't honk your horn unless you are in an immediate. Don't honk your horn unless you are in an immediate danger. I mean, I honk my horn when I'm outside, like a friend's house, and I need him to come out for something. Also, I honk my horn if like, yeah, I mean the immediate danger part I understand, because I honk the horn if like somebody's like trying to cut me off or like in traffic, just because some people just drive like maniacs. So I can understand that. Don't expect special treatment by displaying your status or wealth. Everyone is treated equally in the US. I've seen places where that's not necessarily true. Usually people that appear wealthier, they get like preferential treatment in some places. Especially like if you can tip somebody, like sneak a $20 bill in their pocket, they can they'll usually get preferential treatment. Not saying like people accept bribes here, but tipping is pretty common here. Don't forget to, and speaking of tipping, don't forget to tip. The servers need tips to come close to a living wage. 100% true. Most servers here in the US make like $3-4 an hour, which is literally pocket change. So they make most of their living and earnings on the tips. So obviously make sure you leave. I mean, I always typically, a common rule of thumb for me anyways, is a 20% tip on whatever the restaurant bill was. Assuming they don't include like a service charge. If they include a service charge, you have to ask them if that's included, and if the waiters actually get a portion of that. If they include a service charge, then I'm assuming that service charge is going to the waiting staff. So definitely make sure you keep an eye out for service charges. But other than that, rule of thumb for myself is to tip 20% of what the bill is. And yeah, and obviously, like if you can't afford 20%, 15%, 10% is fine. And I believe, hang on, is there more? Oh yeah, there is more. Don't joke about obesity, it's rude. I mean, you guys probably all hear all the, especially the foreign folks, you guys probably know, like, America, like the US, a lot of the food here is, like, layered in trans fats and sugars. Like, there's just so many unhealthy foods here. And we like, in the US, we got an obesity problem. Like, I want to say, like, it's probably, like, closer to 50% of our population. I don't know what's the percentage. I gotta look that up. Obesity percentage in US. American obesity rate: 39.6% of adults are obese, and 18.5% of children ages 2 to 19 in America have obesity. So there you go. So it's just I mean, obviously it's considered rude, but you shouldn't joke about it here. Considering the food, most of the food we have here is just like catered in. I mean, there's always healthy options, but like a lot of the common foods that you find here are just like layered in trans fats, and a lot of like fast food places, like unhealthy places as well. So you definitely want to, if you're health conscious, just look for more healthier options. CC Banks, thanks for the $4 dono. Shoot me a message on Discord, let me know what you'd like. Much appreciated. Alright. Don't try to see the whole country in one trip. You can't even come close to visiting all the states. Very, very true. Some states in the US are literally the size of some smaller countries. The state of Texas, you know, being the largest. So, yeah, definitely be cognizant of that. Anubis with a $20 donut. Thank you very much, Anubis. $20 gets you 6 custom shinies of your choice. Shoot me a message on Discord and let me know what you'd like. Much, much appreciated there, my friend. Alright. We still have more? Yeah, we've got one more. Don't be afraid to share your culture with Americans. Americans are busy and most don't get the chance to travel outside America. So yeah, I mean, we're very, very open to culture. The more culture we expose ourselves to, the bigger our knowledge is, per se. I think Alaska is bigger. Yeah, Alaska is bigger. I actually forgot about Alaska. I think Alaska is bigger than Texas. Not as population-wise, but I guess geographic-wise, it's bigger than Texas. Actually, is Alaska bigger? Hang on. Biggest state in the US. Oh yeah, it is Alaska. And Texas is second. Interesting. All right. So that's it for the US. Things not to do in the US. Fun little fun things that. What country should we do next? Canada next. Yusuf, thanks for subscribing. Let's see. CC, I got your message here. Sam plays Pokemon, thanks for subscribing. Oh, by the way, guys, we did break light goal. We're at 153 right now, so good stuff on breaking light goal. At this point in time, I'm gonna toss up the meme light goal. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh crap! Hang on. I'm gonna toss up the meme light goal, which is right here. There it is. 169 likes. Meme light goal. Let's try and see if we can hit that. We are currently at 5,229 subscribers, 153 likes on the stream. Thank you guys for liking. We have unlocked shiny eggs, which will be given away in the next box. We got 2 more Pokemon here to give away in this box. CC, I got your message on Discord. Shiny Slowbro. Got you confirmed. Thank you for the donation. I think we're just waiting on Anubis at this point. And Anubis, take your time with the list. $20 gets you 6 custom shiny or event legendaries, shiny lock legendaries, whatever you want. It's your choice. Oh, by the way, guys, there is a new link in the description. I've taken liberty to actually make competitive shot just for your guys' reference, for folks that might not be too familiar with competitive Pokemon. I've actually got the entire catalog of Sword and Shield, every single Pokemon obtainable through the DLC, through Pokemon Home, every single one obtainable. There's a link in the description that actually has every single Pokemon with the competitive setups for reference. In case you guys are unfamiliar, you can always reference that list if you are looking to donate for Pokemon. It's very, very useful. It's a very good resource. So I figured I'd make that, guys, available for you guys. It took a lot of time to make, so definitely give that a look if you're interested in donating for Pokemon. Alright, so Canada, I think I saw. So I'm curious about Canada too. Things not to do in Canada. I've been to Canada, but I was maybe I've done shit that I'm pretty sure I've done shit that I'm not supposed to do in Canada. But let's go ahead and find out some things that we're not supposed to do in Canada. Alright, so the alright, so here's the article, right? I found the article. Let me pull this up. Sure, let me trade away the last Pokemon and go over shiny eggs and stuff before I get into this article of 22 things to not do in Canada. Would it be okay if they redid the mesh shinies from Gen 1 through 6? Wait, what do you mean by that? You mean by like the the shiny colors for them? Alright, so Anubis is last winner for box number 2. As we will transition into, we will transition into shiny eggs. We'll just go ahead and read off the names of the Pokemon you guys traded over. Like the shinies that are bad or are too similar to the originals. I mean, I feel like they should just do a shiny color. It doesn't have to be like Gen 1 through 6 per se. It could be like pretty much all the Pokemon that have like shitty shiny color designs. But yeah, I would be cool with that. They did it for Charizard. They made Charizard black when it was purple originally in Gen 1, so... Sean, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, so Shiny Charizard was black in Gen 1. They turned it was purple in like the Kanto games and like the Gold, Silver, Crystal games. So and they changed it to a black color. Why am I opening up the Pokédex? They changed it to a black color. But anywho, let's go over the nicknames here. We got Fi-Fi, Bob replaced, Waffles. What other nicknames we got here? This is it. And I'm a bunny. So that's it for nicknames for box number 2. Claps, Cryptic, thanks for subscribing as well. So guys, we are now giving away a third box filled with shiny eggs. Just a couple of things to go over for these eggs, guys. These are eggs that are guaranteed to have 5 IVs. They should all be in matching April balls as well. If you look at the top left, they should all be in their matching Pokeballs. On top of that, guys, they should have the correct egg moves, natures, abilities, and all that good stuff. The biggest takeaway here for eggs, guys, is they will always hatch with your original trainer name, so it's just the biggest win here. As always, guys, you can donate $4 for a random shiny egg, or you can donate $5 for a custom shiny egg in which you get to choose what Pokemon is going to be in the egg. That is another service that we do offer here on the channel. If you guys are interested, that's definitely something you can do. But other than that, guys, same rules apply as always. You're limited to 1 per box. Code is at the top left. If you won in the previous boxes, you can still win in this one. Just make sure you limit yourself to 1 in the box. CC Bags, it's another $4 dono. Thank you very much. CC, go ahead and shoot me a message. Let me know what you'd like. Alright, very cool. Gold coming in for the first one here. What is a shiny egg? I don't know what else to tell you, my guy, other than the fact that it is an egg that contains a shiny Pokemon. Alright, guys, so here's the 22 things to not do in the country of Canada. Alright, so the first thing it says here is don't assume that Toronto is the capital city. Just because the only 2 cities you know are Toronto and Montreal, and sometimes Calgary, that doesn't mean one of them is our capital. Ottawa isn't big, and it definitely isn't busy, but it's the capital. Don't order Canadian bacon. This is coming from the person that wrote the article, who writes, I was born and raised in Canada. I have no idea what it is. If you were in Toronto and asked for Canadian bacon, you would probably get something called P-meal bacon. Not sure what that is. Don't comment on French-English relations. French-English relations are already tense enough between Francophones and Anglophones of this country. We don't need an outsider opinion on how to deal with them. Quebec sovereignty deals with a lot of touchy topics, from cultural genocide to violent revolution. If you want to give the pot a golden old stir and insult a ton of Canadians, talk about why you think the province should become its own independent nation. Don't say that we're like Americans. This one goes out especially to our US friends, and is just a gentle reminder that though the overall impression of Canada is very much like that of the US, we are indeed a separate country that has its own laws, currency, languages, foods, climate, customs, and cell phone carriers. Next one says, don't forget we use the metric system. Yeah, that's very true, man. Like when I was, I talked to some folks that live in like European countries. My boy Asensio, he lives in the Netherlands, which I mentioned, man. And they talk about things in kilometers. They talk about things in Celsius. Like it's just, like, I mean, I have an idea roughly of how long a kilometer is. But the Celsius unit conversion, I think it's like 1.2 or 1.8 plus 32 or something. 1.8x plus 32 is the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yeah, they use the metric system, which is a fun fact. A lot of, like, I think basically every country other than the US uses the metric system. I don't know, like, is there any other country that uses, like, feet and miles for their distance of measurement? Do I give away legends? Yeah, I do, actually. So I said typically I give away, I do try to do a legendary stream once per week, but as I said, I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow because I'll be going to a barbecue tomorrow. So try and do one probably sometime next week. Can I have Urshifu? Yeah, you can, only if you donate for it though. Make sure you check the description. It's $5 to request custom shinies. Like I said, all Pokemon are obtainable. You just have to donate for them if you want, like, a guaranteed trade. When crossing the border, don't forget to switch from miles per hour to kilometers per hour when driving. We often use pounds, inches, and feet just to mess with everyone, but we also use liters, kilometers, centimeters. Never say anything in a fake Canadian accent. As cute and quaint as it might sound, the Canadian accent sounds nothing at all like how actual Canadians speak. That's not to say we don't have our own unique way of speaking. Looking at you, Newfoundland. It's just that we're a lot more Wayne Gretzky than Doug McKenzie. Don't mock our money. This is coming from the article writer. This isn't me saying it, by the way. It doesn't hurt our feelings so much as it's annoying. Yes, our currency is colorful. Yes, it's different from yours. So is every other country on this planet. We don't find it funny. Rack up cell phone charges. If your phone plan doesn't have international roaming, it will cost a pretty penny to visit. Alright. Don't comment on the fact that the British Queen is on all of our money. Although Canadians don't generally express any particular loyalty or attachment to the British monarchy, the fact remains that the country is a constitutional monarchy and the Queen is the official head of state. John Artist, thanks for the $5.12 dono. Shoot me a message, let me know what you'd like. Since you got your message for shiny crocodile. Thank you for the dono. And John, shoot me a message on what you'd like. And Anubis, I think I'm still waiting on you. But I think you're making the list, so that's okay. Don't underestimate the size of Canada. Don't assume that you are going to be able to cover most of Canada during a short visit. It's a huge country, and getting from one city to the next involves traveling long distances. Many people don't schedule enough time for their trip across Canada and find themselves rushing from one city to the next. Almost 90% of Canada is uninhabitable. Most of its roughly 36 million people live in a very small area. This means that most of Canada is wild and unpopulated. There are huge areas of pristine, unspoiled wilderness waiting to explore. Don't criticize Tim Horton. Yo, I went to Canada. There's literally Tim Hortons everywhere. It's literally everywhere. You might be wondering, why is Tim Hortons important in Canada? It's just a coffee shop. First of all, you're wrong. It's not just a coffee shop, it's an institution. We go for a Timmy's at least twice a day. Double Double has entered the Oxford Dictionary and is now used at coffee shops outside of Tim Hortons, and overall is synonymous with patriotism. Even Canadians that hate Timmy's coffee, if they even exist, know not to poke fun at Tim Hortons. This is a reason that you can find 25 stores in town of 141,000 people. Yeah, that's true. There's literally, when I went to Canada, there's literally Tim Hortons everywhere. They're literally freaking everywhere. You're not kidding. Don't forget to return an apology. I've said sorry for bumping into inanimate objects. You hear people say sorry a lot, and you will be expected to return the apology, whether it's your fault or not. That's cool. Alright. Canadians love to say sorry so much, we have to amend current laws to keep people out of trouble for it. We apologize so much in our daily lives that it was starting to backfire. The Apology Act, passed in 2009, is a direct result of Canada's overuse of the word sorry, stipulating that an apology of any kind means an expression of sympathy or regret and not an admission of fault or liability in connection with the matter to which the words or actions relate. Only in Canada would such a law be necessary. That's actually hilarious. But they have a law in place because they say sorry so many times. Don't only visit the cities. We have a lot of incredible cities to explore in Canada, but we also have a lot of towns. Our cities tend to be so far apart that you probably will only be able to visit a handful of them during any vacation. And since you will be crossing a few of these towns just to get from one city to another, why not spend the night and explore what they have to offer? Don't get into public transport until everyone has exited first. Yes, that's a very common rule. Same shit applies here in the US as well. You always want to wait for people to come out before you go in. Don't say that you don't like poutine. I've had poutine before. It's actually really good. No one that has ever tried poutine has ever disliked it. It's fries, gravy, and cheese curds and tastes like heaven. Yeah, it's really, really freaking good. Every once in a while, there will be a poutine fest in Ottawa because that's how awesome poutine is. There are entire festivals around this food, and there are trip trucks all along City Hall serving the variation of this amazing dish. I think some McDonald's also serve poutine as well. When I went, we found this local restaurant that served it, and that's when I had it. But it is super, super good. There is no wrong way to eat poutine unless you add ketchup and anything other than cheese curds because that's nasty. And no, poutine is not gourmet food. Don't try to fancy it up. It is street food. It's meant to look like street food, be served like street food, and cost as much as street food. If it's listed as gourmet, it's pretentious hipster garbage. Stay away. Alright. Don't say that the winter is too cold. We know it's cold. We live here. You don't need to remind us, especially if you come from somewhere warm like Florida or Mexico. You get to go home after your vacation. This is our life. Yeah, that's so true, man. Like, imagine just living in like the northern parts of Canada, or even living in Alaska, man. They only have like 4, 5, 6 hours of daylight max, and then it's just game over, man. You only get one shot in life, and just imagine being born in Alaska, man. It's just game over. Don't misjudge weather conditions. Speaking of weather, when we say it's cold and watch the roads, we aren't kidding. Even then, we are used to it and often forget to warn non-Canadians of the road weather conditions. Be safe, drive carefully, and don't be in a rush to get anywhere. That's very true. Like, I heard stories of some of my friends that actually live in Canada. They don't, like, shut down. Hang on. Did OG Leo trade me an egg? I'm pretty sure he just traded me an egg. Yeah, I just got traded an egg. Just make sure you read the rules. Don't trade me eggs during the egg giveaways because it does make me lose my place. First warning, if I see it again, it'll just be a ban from the trades. So just make sure you don't trade me eggs during the egg giveaways. Anyways, don't forget to travel. Wait, don't forget travel insurance. Travel insurance is always a good idea when you travel, but especially in Canada. If you're not a Canadian citizen, but you hurt yourself or become ill when traveling in Canada, it will cost a lot of money. This is the problem with calling our healthcare free. It isn't free. Citizens paid in their income tax and through sales tax. We have invested in the system, and in return we get treatment. Non-citizens do not have that luxury, hence the need for travel insurance. Don't be surprised when we say A. I think this is the most common stereotype. Don't be surprised when we say A. We say A a lot depending on where we are from. Some say it more than others, and some don't say it at all. Either way, don't make a big deal about it. The best way to stand out as a tourist is to poke fun of local people. When they do something that comes natural to them that you have decided is a stereotype. Alright. Don't bring kinder surprise across the border. Wait, don't bring kinder surprise across the border. What does that mean? For some strange reason, USA always decides that the toys inside a kinder or a Kinder box or a Kinder egg pose a choking hazard for the. This isn't even spelled properly. I'm not even gonna read that one. Don't bring a book that was printed before 1985. A ban on children's books printed before 1985 remains in effect in the US. The ban was implemented out of fear that the ink used to print these books contained traces of lead, which when ingested could cause major health problems. We have a ton of used bookstores, and since we don't have such bans, you'll probably find a good number of rarities pre-1985. Don't get dinged with unnecessary banking costs. Just as we get charged foreign transaction fees when visiting outside of Canada, you too will be charged by your bank when accessing money from the side of the US border. Using Canadian cash, get a credit card, doesn't charge foreign transaction fees, or use debits. And that's it for Canada. We're at 165 likes, guys. We're 4 likes away from 4 likes away from hitting 169. Get her done. You guys have not liked yet. Sure you like the video. Let's see here. We should do North Korea. Things not to do in North Korea. This ought to be interesting. 10 things tourists should never do while visiting North Korea. Don't call the country North Korea. Referring to the nation as a Democratic Republic of Korea, or DPRK, will help to keep you out of trouble. Don't expect privacy. Travel to the country is only possible as part of the tightly controlled guided tour, and tour guides are with you every second you're there, really through every second. Don't expect to see the real North Korea. Your tour will be highly choreographed so that you will only visit authorized sites, shop in approved stores, and speak only to official guides. You will not have access to anything or anyone that is not part of your tour. In other words, you will not get any insight into how the local people live. Interesting. Things not to do in North Korea. Number 1, don't. Just don't. Don't go off on your own. You are not permitted to go anywhere without an escort. You must not leave your hotel. You must not use the public transportation system. You should not even attempt to stray a few feet from the group to get a closer look at something. Holy shit, man. Yeah, that's really the rule of North Korea, man. It's just don't do it. Just don't. Don't speak negatively about the country, its people, or its leaders. Disrespecting the North Korean government is considered a major offense and has landed tourists in hot water, such as being sentenced to hard labor. In fact, travelers in North Korea are expected to praise every stop and landmark. Some may even be required to present flowers or bow in front of statues of the regime's past and present leaders. When in doubt, take Thumper's advice. If you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. Holy shit. Alright. Don't pack a lot. If you want to avoid more rigorous than usual screening processes at the border, and trust us, you do, then consider packing light. Upon your arrival, DVDs, USB drives, laptops, cameras, and other electronics, not to mention your browsing history, will be inspected by customs officials to ensure that you are not carrying any material critical of the DPRK government, or pornographic or religious content. Attempting to bring any sort of Western literature about North Korea, including guidebooks or media such as music or films from South Korea, would be a very risky decision. GPS trackers, satellite phones, and camera lenses more than 150 millimeters are absolutely not permitted, so leave them at home. If any questionable item is found, it will be confiscated and may or may not be returned to you upon your departure. Don't bring your phone either. Holy shit, you can't have your phone with you, so that's a big rip. Although the country's previous rule banning mobile phones has been relaxed, mobile devices are often still confiscated at customs. It should be noted that if DPRK authorities permit you to keep your phone when you enter, it will not function unless you use the DPRK mobile service, which will enable North Korean authorities to monitor your calls. That is actually nuts. Don't discuss or practice your religious beliefs. North Korea is an atheist state that restricts public religion. Participating in unsanctioned religious activities, such as publicly praying or toting around a Bible, is a surefire way to get arrested, detained, or expelled from the state. I'm assuming if you get arrested in North Korea, it's just game over for you. You're probably just gone forever. Don't take the wrong pictures. The regime is famously paranoid about keeping its internal affairs secret, so even seemingly innocuous photos such as of people strolling down a sidewalk could cause an issue. Travelers are instructed to avoid photographing scenes of poverty and construction sites. Should they want to snap a shot of a statue, they may capture the whole body in the frame, as no close-ups of the head are allowed. And the last one here on this list is don't break the rules. Breaking a rule of the tour will not only put your life in danger, but it will also put your guide at risk. He or she will face imprisonment and even torture for assisting your attempts at alleged espionage. Follow the lead of the guides and do not take the rules lightly. If you are not willing to accept extreme limitations on your whereabouts and behavior, North Korea is probably not the right travel destination for you. Nah, really. I think that was that's rather self-explanatory. All right. Wooloo, Trapinch, Ralts, Magikarp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you want them as eggs? Hang on. Wait, Marie, Audrey. All right, no problem. I have no idea how to log this name in either. I'm just gonna write Asian text. So if you have another name with Asian text, I'll probably just back out of the trade. Just because I have no idea how to read this one. John Arts got your message. 6 IV, Shiny Abra Egg, ability, Magic Card, Timid in Nature. Confirmed. Alright. Replying to the people that donated right now. Alright. Alright. And then to the folks that have donated, and this is your first time donating, the way it works is after the stream, I will shoot you a message when I have your Pokemon ready. So just make sure you keep an eye out on Discord from a message from me, because that's the main point. That's the main way we're gonna be communicating. Alright, so I think we probably have time to do one more country. What country should we do next? The goal is to cover every single country. And enhance our worldly knowledge of things not to do in foreign countries. Russia, Germany. Russia's a good one. Let's do Russia. Things not to do in Russia. "14 things you should never do in Russia." There we go. There you guys, 172 likes, so real good stuff on breaking 169. Probably not going to be able to hit this, but the third health bar of like goals is 269. But I'll be happy if we can hit 200. Alright. So here we go. 14 things that you should not do. Or no, 10 things 14 things you should not do in Russia. Don't wear gloves when you shake hands. If you're going to be in Russia in the summer, you don't have to worry too much about this rule because Russia is freaking hot in the summer and you're not most likely going to be wearing gloves. Most likely not going to be, or I lost my place. But the rest of the time, Russia is like a balmy afternoon on Neptune. If you don't wear gloves, your fingers might actually snap off when you try to take your phone out of your back pocket. I've never been to Russia. I have no idea how the weather is over there. So I mean, like I'm assuming it's pretty cold in like the northern part of Russia. Still, there are occasions when you're simply not allowed to wear gloves, and no one in Russia cares how cold your wussy foreign fingers are. According to the Moscow Times, one of these occasions is whenever you are shaking hands. But why? Because from the Russian perspective, you are not wearing that glove out of desire to have a warm hand. You are wearing it because you don't want to touch the icky Russian person. Hopefully, you can see why that might be considered a bit rude. And really, a handshake only takes a couple of seconds, and then you can put your glove back on. Interesting. Never turn down a drink. Besides being obligated to accept alcohol when it's offered to you, you are also at risk of finding out that the Russian hospital system is like after you become intoxicated, that you need medical attention, because Russians will not just offer you one drink, they will continue to fill your glass until you either pass out or die. If you don't want that to happen, nursing your drinks while you're in Russia is a really good idea. If you ever let your glass get down to less than half full, expect a refill. Good to know, good to know. Don't leave empty bottles sitting on the table. The Russians are really superstitious people. In a 2013 poll found that more than half of the Russians surveyed believed in things like omens, astrology, prophetic dreams, and bad luck. One such superstition has to do with empty bottles, specifically empty bottles that once had alcohol in them. According to the Moscow Times, Russians believe that an empty bottle left sitting on a table is an omen of financial hardship, or even grief and suffering. Don't worry, though, no one expects you to get up and deposit it in a recycling bin or anything. Traditionally, you just put it on the floor. Interesting. Don't tell yo mama jokes. For some reason, Americans enjoy yo mama jokes, even though most yo mama jokes are notoriously unfunny and offensive, and yet there still seems to be thousands of variations of them. We still seem to have at least one friend or family member who insists on telling the latest. If you have a yo mama joke in your repertoire of funnies, you will want to avoid throwing it out as an icebreaker while you're in Russia. Russians are almost universally unamused by jokes about a person's mother or even a person's father. In fact, according to Russia Beyond, you might be better off just not making jokes at all when you're in Russia, because the Russian sense of humor doesn't really line up with the American one. You might even find that some Russians are taking your jokes seriously because nothing in their universe has ever prepared them for the stupidity of the American sense of humor, and therefore they don't actually know it when they see it. Alright guys, we are down to 8 more eggs left. Don't whistle while indoors. Most Western superstitions about bad luck are specific to the person who offended the tradition. Everyone else is usually spared. Walking under a ladder, for example, is a solo transgression, so is opening up an umbrella indoors. But in Russia, violating the rules of superstition sometimes means dragging everyone else down with you. So that's why you really do have to know all the time Russian superstitions before you spend time there. According to Enjoy Russian, you should never whistle indoors because for whatever reason, whistling is associated with financial hardship as well. A lot of things that are just associated with financial hardship here. Like most long-running superstitions, no one really seems to know for sure where this one came from. In the West, we have similar rule, but not whistling indoors, but our rule is not attached to bad luck. Don't show up empty-handed. Don't let women carry heavy things. Another pretty easy one. Parasaur, catch you later. Logan, catch you later. Don't accept an offer of kindness until it's been offered several times. Don't criticize Russia. Alright. Don't wear shoes indoors, so it's like more of a Japanese thing. Don't sit on public transports. Wait, so you can't sit on public transport. What is the logic behind this? After a long, hard day of sightseeing, being forced to drink alcohol and not saying anything bad about Vladimir Putin, you might be looking forward to jumping on the metros just so you can sit down for a few minutes. Not so fast, though. Many city-dwelling Russians are public... Many city-dwelling Russians use public transportation, and public transportation is often at capacity. So on a crowded train, there's always going to be someone who needs that seat. And in the eyes of the Russians, it is terribly uncouth and selfish for you to assume that that is you, unless you fall in one of the categories. You are elderly, you are disabled, you are a child, or you are pregnant. According to ITMO News, failure to give up your seat for someone is one of these in these groups is a gigantic faux pas, and you might actually get told off in Russian for being a selfish jerk. That's totally not worth resting your feet for a few minutes. Yikes. Don't smile. That's a good one. Don't smile. You can't smile in Russia. Popular culture sometimes portrays that Russians as being kind of gloomy or maybe even angry all the time. There are plenty of goofy explanations about why this might be. Perhaps it's because they're so freaking cold all the time, or perhaps it's because they finally realized that all their buildings are tapped with snow and scoops of ice cream. But it's actually a misconception that Russians are perpetually in a bad mood. They're not. They're just very selective smilers. According to The Atlantic, the Russians feel that they shouldn't smile unless they have a reason to. In fact, this is even written into their culture of the form of a proverb, which loosely translated means laughing for no reason is a sign of stupidity. So smiling at strangers is considered weird and uncouth and maybe even disingenuous. Instead, the Russians believe that you should reserve your smiles for your family, friends, and occasions when you have a good reason to smile. Don't go out without your passport. I think this is a common rule in most. This is like a common rule of thumb whenever you do visit like a foreign country, is to always have your passport with you. Because you can never trust, if you leave it in a hotel or something, you never know if a maid might like go snooping through your stuff and take your passport. Like, that's always a fear. For the most part, Russia is a friendly and hospitable place, but Russia is not exactly the land of the free, the home of the unrestricted traveler. According to Russia Beyond, the Russian police can stop anyone at any time for the sole purpose of checking papers, just like in every movie you've ever seen where American travelers get into trouble in countries that aren't the USA. And yes, police do tend to do this based on profiling. If you don't like a Russian, you're probably going to get stopped. Or if you don't look like a Russian, you're probably going to get stopped. And if you don't have your passport, you might even be taken into custody. Also, you'll probably soil yourself because you won't have any idea why you're being taken into custody because you don't speak Russian. Very, very fair and true point. And that's it for Russia. It's a good little adventure we took. So again, guys, as we're winding down here, just want to go ahead and recap of what's to come. So as I said, there will be no stream tomorrow. The next stream will be either, I anticipate either on Monday or Tuesday, depending on how my work schedule goes. Again, just make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not already, with notifications on. That way you guys get alerted to the next stream giveaway. So definitely make sure you do have those notifications on and all that good stuff if you don't already. But other than that, 3 more eggs here left to give away. The folks that have donated, just be patient. I will shoot you a message. Yeah, so to the folks that donated, just be patient. We had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 folks that have donated today. So just be patient. I'll shoot you a message when your Pokemon are ready to trade, so just keep an eye out on Discord for a message from me. And we can go ahead and set up the trade afterwards. As we're at 174 likes, 49 current people watching, 175 now, and we are currently at 5,235 subscribers as well. Oh shoot, did I accidentally back out of that? Who was that person that I was just trading with? Hang on, might have to do a redo here. That was Noodles Boy. Noodles Boy, just shoot me a message. Yeah, just shoot me a message on Discord real quick with the trade code. I'll just type it in real quick. I think I backed out by accident without paying attention. So that was my fault. So yeah, just real quick, just shoot me a message on Discord. I'll keep an eye out. So we've been streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Pretty good stream so far. I don't have Discord. I mean, you could try and shoot me a message in the chat real quick, but if I don't get paired up with you right away, it's gonna be a mistrade. So I don't know why you don't have Discord. It takes like 2 seconds to make an account. So I don't know how many times I told you guys to make Discord to actually communicate with me. But if you want to toss up a code real quick in the chat, I'll try and type it in. But if somebody snipes you, it's gonna be too late. Alright, I'm typing it in. Well, hopefully this is you. And it's not, so you missed out on the opportunity, but this is it's important. I don't know why like you guys don't make Discord accounts. It only takes like 2 seconds to make an account. Just click the link. My dude also chose like the most generic freaking trade code. All right. Alright, so we got 2 legs left. Alright. And then there was one. So again, guys, not sure when the next stream is going to be, but typically I do stream on Sundays normally. As I said, won't be able to stream tomorrow. So just keep an eye out. I'll toss up the stream early. For folks that are subscribed with notifications on, just make sure you are subscribed with notifications on so you get alerted for the next giveaway. And again, for the folks that have donated, alright. For the folks that have donated, just again, just make sure you keep an eye out for a message from me. There were a total of 9 people that donated today, so I'll have to go in the order of people that donated. So just keep an eye out for a message from me, and we'll go ahead and set up a trade. So that's it, Brandon, the last winner. So congratulations to the folks that won Pokemon. And if you didn't win, don't worry. Plenty more opportunities in the future. You're basically bound to guarantee wins in these giveaways, just as long as you tune in regularly. That's why it's so important that you get here early in the streams versus later, so you get the maximum opportunity to capitalize on winning a Pokemon. But other than that, folks, we'll go ahead and read off the names of these Pokemon before we call it quits for the day. But here we go. Phantom Caterpie. What else we got? Just a bird. Lil Fart. Lil Fart the Zigzagoon. Scroko. Jojo. Hulk's Penis 69. And Big Boy. That's it for nicknames, guys. And that'll basically do it here for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's stream. We'll call it quits for today. Be on the lookout for the next stream. I anticipate that to be around either Monday or Tuesday, so just keep an eye out for that. Because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. Other than that, guys, be well. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.